boy.
They had that, but it's Mindfreak hot off their win against Sxptiq Gaming, and you think about the difference between Sxptiq and Majin. There's a huge gap there. I know you're a big fan of the European scene, so you're highly familiar with these individuals, but it does feel like Mindfreak should be able to win this if they could beat Sxptiq, right?
Yeah, there is that mindset. If we do it onto paper, I want to see how this goes along because Mindfreak has to be exhausted. They could have 3-0'd that matchup, especially into that oddball. And when you have to get it all the way into a Game 5, hype as it is, those endorphins go away.
Yeah, we talked about that, right? They got to sleep off the adrenaline rush from last night.
Yep.
Hopefully got some sleep. I mean, if I was one of them, I probably would have a very difficult time sleeping, but clearly they woke up just all right. Defeating Sxptiq right before this, but honestly, it's Majin looking clean. TchiK has been alive for quite some time, has a sniper. Can't line up the shot. Sensitivity horizontal, a little bit too slow on that, but we'll be able to clean it up.
Good old boxer. One man that we're also going to be watching after is already 9-5. That is BastosS. BastosS was the inclusion of this EU #2 a few months back, and then they eventually rounded out the roster after some retirements for Sxptiq to be able to come over to Majin. So if you see some DPI swings with Sxptiq going crazy, that's exactly why he's mouse and keyboard, bro. But we're online with TchiK as he tries to just hold quarter here under sewer.
Yeah, talk to us about this team. So if you guys are not familiar, my co-caster here, Halo Monkey Man, huge in the European Halo casting scene. This guy's waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning to cast EU Halo here from the States. Tell me about Majin Club. How do you see this team? Like, who's the standout that you really should be looking out for?
I mean, Zmitys has always been kind of that main dude that they hand off the sniper over to. If you're like, hey, S7, all right, go Zmitys. But they've been really kind of delegating a lot of the balance back to this place. TchiK obviously has that experience alongside Zmitys for especially the region overall. But BastosS is kind of that big come-up MVP style man. Barcode, opposite of them. It was interesting because Barcode was set to become a player onto EU #2. Ooh. And the fact that he stayed in Australia, they just couldn't quite work out the work to be able to get him there.
Visas are so complicated.
Yeah, they are.
Whoever was working in an office had a vendetta against my man Barcode. I'll tell you that right now. But yeah, Majin, not too worried about not having Barcode on their team. They're looking quite good right now. Mindfreak has taken some momentum here. They've actually taken the lead. Right now, working on an AB cap. So far, the meta on this mode has been hold AB, don't let them spawn blue, and you can hold it for quite some time.
It's been kind of an opposite for EU. They hit AC rapidly. You can really kind of go towards that pipeline, and you can just death strike over towards that ramp.
Just hold ice?
Yeah, just run it. Just like a smiley face, and then you dot it with that S7 at the top. Kind of a Cyclops, I guess, in a way.
I'm imagining the overhead map Cyclops right now. It's terrifying, but so far it's interesting to see those strategies clash, right? Like if Mindfreak have adopted the AB style that's been commonplace in North America, might not know what to do if Majin get into that AC setup like you mentioned. So meta developing right before our eyes.
But also it seems that this has gone the right way here for Mindfreak. They were down about, what, 40 or 50 points, and now they're up by 60 plus. Majin Club has seen the cycle ran against them, and maybe they're going to have to take a few extra notes to see if they can be able to get beyond Mindfreak. The Aussies plus Kiwi, they're definitely doing work, and they find them out in mid-ice, so finally going to flip B, but for how long?
Yeah, nice break here from Majin to try to swing some momentum back in their side. The pendulum swings once again. I think Swayz spawned here in blue and somehow wins a fight. That's going to be massive, as he's going to also pick up the S7, has a repulse, he might go for some style points. He has to, but for now it's just some beautiful grenades. Unfortunately, doesn't clean that up. TchiK, too strong.
Thought he had 2 shields, maybe thinking he was like too mighty. He's trying to be able to take on that fight, especially with an S7. They zoned him away with some of those extra side nades from that top side of bridge. And finally, Majin's able to get some points. Feels like they grabbed maybe 2 or 3 at a time. Being dropped down is Sxptiq. Gonna be able to whip the stick as well as the mouse just enough across the old desk. So you see 2 separate points drawn across, and there goes the AC flip.
Man, I gotta say, from watching Mindfreak in the last series and now watching now, what they're so good at is in disadvantage, they get the first pick so frequently. So they're able to just take the map, use that numbers advantage to take control, and that's exactly what they've just done. In a situation where they had previously gone 3 dead, they just come off spawn with a vengeance and get the first pick. As I say that, though, it's Majin Club getting 3 dead of their own and should be able to flip A.
I sometimes call it disrespectful, but they just go directly into someone's grill, into a Spartan visor, and they just don't really have space. They're not going to respect the fact that you definitely could be put on your back. But still, as we go with B, B is all of a field trip. You take the kids up there, you get to see the top ice. Maybe S7 is going to be where you kind of look to the sky, but otherwise, it's where the key point is between both these teams to finally get some points rolling, and Mindfreak is actually going to be hitting 200 here soon.
100. And they've got a nice hold here. They're kind of keeping Majin held back in that red side of the map. Finally, Majin get through. Barcode's going to be here to contest, and I like what you said. They just kind of run at people, and that's what you can do when you're individually confident that you can win all of your 1v1s, and for good reason. These guys on Mindfreak are insane individually, but even better so when they work as a team.
Barcode slamming him with the BR. My love, my miss. I wish it was back in just regular hands. That one's gonna be a quick killing spree as well. Barcode is sending them down the conveyor belt, checking them out at the grocery store. Majin Club looking like they're gonna have to get an express ticket out of this map if they cannot get some level of control. It is 40 points away for the Aussies plus Kiwi to find themselves a 1-0.
I just love the way Barcode plays. He positions himself to have the maximum amount of information, then uses that to lead his team to know exactly what to do, finds these windows of opportunity to just output damage, and the troops rally around him. He is so impactful on the map. He's lived for so long here.
My man's TPing faster than Omen.
He's looking like Goku out here.
Oh my lord, he's trying to instant transmission back and forth. Majin Club. Looks like this one might go sour. Slayer is on its way to see if the EU gang can do it, but right now it is ANZ. This region showing up today. They dismantled the green wall, and it looks like they've taken out EU number 2 here in game number 1. They do so handedly.
If Majin Club is Majin Buu, then Mindfreak is currently Goku, because this is... I mean, shout out to the weebs. I don't watch a lot of anime, but you know
that one.
I know that one. I watched that one in high school, so I remember.
Pre-SS3 though, right? This was before.
Yes.
He powered up. Yeah.
I think we only saw like Goku go Super Saiyan 2 against Cell. Fire.
Yeah.
Fire part of the series, but
Yeah.
I never went on to watch like Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Super.
Oh man, we got to get you in there.
I gotta get caught up.
I got a lot of lore
chat.
for you later.
All right, we'll talk more. But let's take a look at these stats here. Occupation time 117 out of Barcode. This man is literally John Halo himself.
Wow.
Was born the same month that Halo 1 was born, by the way.
Goodness gracious.
I think he was just born to play the game.
Do we think is Barcode Master Chief?
He might be.
He might. Yeah, he's just right behind the visor. Look, unless you finished, well, he could be those eyes. If you finished, what was it, Halo 4? Get to see behind the visor, on Legendary. Yeah, he could be him. But honestly, he is him right now. Like just out there, making sure his team consistently stays up. When you see it from Sxptiq and zMightys trying to do something similar, but really TchiK ended up kind of fading into that game, and we have the opening objectives. They always go a little bit sideways, but this is also a team, think of it like a long scrim that they just had against Sxptiq, finishing them off. Now we got to see if this bounces back and see if Majin can be able to find the Slayer.
But let's shift gears back into our feature matchup. Number 1, Australia versus number 2, EU. It's going to be Mindfreak with another chance here. Up 1-0 in the series, and they've been very good at Slayers, so I expect them to do well here.
This is also more context for the pool play implications. Majin with the win here would assure themselves the number 2 position from out of this group. Mindfreak has the chance to do the funniest thing and possibly go 3-0, depending on what happens here in all of Group B.
I mean, once you defeat Sxptiq, the sky's the limit, right? Can you imagine Mindfreak wins this pool?
That'd be wild.
They would then probably, I think, face Shopify and winners.
Oh, what a reward.
No, actually, no. No, because Shopify should win their pool too.
Right,
so they would face the number 2 in Pool A. Which I don't even know who that is.
Is that Envy? No.
No, Envy's in Pool D.
Let's see. All right. Handy dandy notebook over here. All right.
Looks like we got production checking on it. For
TSM
well.
Maybe question mark?
Yes, yes.
Or
TSM.
Kave if they do something crazy. So.
Okay. Well, TSM already 0-2, I want to say.
No, it's...
Or no, they won. They beat... Okay. They won their...
0-2. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
That pool's kind of mixy right now.
It's weird, honestly. That will come down to those two with the Kave and complexity.
True, and that could be either way, I would say. TSM, very strong land team, though. Would expect them to come out on top. But let's refocus back here to Mindfreak versus Majin. They still got to win this one for any of that conversation to matter. They're now tied 14, and wryce gets a crack shot kill. I'm so impressed by the mouse and keyboard players. They've been insane. Who on Majin is on MK?
It's Sxptiq.
Just Sxptiq.
Yeah, so Sxptiq and the wrestler controller, and Sxptiq has been the wild man. At times he kind of overheats, and that's something that his teammates have definitely told him, hey, cool off, but they want him to be that mental attitude that be able to just rock people onwards. But right now we're seeing Swayz rock people away. What a fadeaway jumper to get that double kill.
Man, people sleep on Swayz. This guy, he's one of the 2 controller players, of course, alongside Barcode on Mindfreak, but he has been instrumental. He's actually had some health issues the past couple of years, so he hasn't been like fully in form at LAN all that often, but this weekend Health issues are good, and he is locked in, and you can see it.
There's no land crud here yet. They've given us too many mango habanero mints, so we're keeping our immune systems up. Trying to keep hot.
Yeah, those things will kill anything in your bush. I'll tell you that.
Especially on my tongue. I can't taste anything right now. I went for the Gatorade. Nothing. No citrus. No
tastes like water. Okay. Tight matchup here. Scoop has camo and has elected to stay out in the open. I like that play. Shout out to Laz, our observer, who's also an analyst that talks about how important it is to stay outside with camo. It's a little bit too easy to be spotted indoors. But it is TchiK getting away with a sniper, and I have some memories of this man with this sniper on this map. That overkill that he got on G1 year one. I was on the stage coaching G1 behind them as they all died and the crowd went insane. Can TchiK replicate some of that magic with this sniper?
Oh, they're going to at least chop one man's head off here up in tower. They're waiting for the rotation to come outside and go towards that turbine. Majin Club knows that they can trust the TchiK man, because he's a TchiK magnet, be able to grab one, grab another. Good switch up as they try to invade. Remember this Slayer, as they breach the halfway mark, is very necessary for Majin Club to be able to make this one all tied up 1-1. Mindfreak kind of stuck over towards that green corner.
Yeah, TchiK. Is that why it's his name, TchiK Magnet? He is a very handsome man. I've never understood the
very
tag.
Suave.
Yeah, very suave. Frenchman out here doing a great job to stay alive. I just generally like his positioning. I like the fact that the team is also drawing attention to them so that he has some easier snipe shots. So far, no one has crossed into his reticle. Sxptiq finding the grenade kill, though.
Yep.
And there it is. TchiK finds his mark. Killing spree. Headshot. Still got 3 bullets to work with.
Constant movement, making use of those narrow angles. They know they have one pushing up top mid. He's going to communicate that to the rest of the team. With Sxptiq going down, that's off of to his left side flank. Then they know that they're going to push over towards the C platter. He's going to be pushed off, and he's starting to feel the heat right now. He gets through the rest of the salvo, and that will be the S7 and TchiK gone. Finally, Mindfreak beats the mini-boss for the moment.
Mindfreak's so good at just applying pressure to the sniper on the other team. We saw it multiple times against Optic. We saw it again there. Of course, TchiK still got a ton of value out of that snipe, but as soon as it's out of his hands, Mindfreak have tied things up once again. New camo up, and Scoob is on it as it spawns. We'll now see if he can link up with the squad to open up some more kills.
Scoobmeistr was the glue yesterday, I'd say, through the lower bracket. Definitely keeping everyone very cool. Swayz allowed to pop off, and Barcode to just be consistently lethal. Majin Club right now need to have the wherewithal to go ghost busting as they finally take over some territory, and it looks like they've sequestered all of Majin Club to mid and just tower. They're keeping them there. They don't want to actually overextend. You're seeing the communication. Mindfreak would love to just kind of stay on this low crescent and prep for that next camo. They actually get him on the stick. Do they find the kill? They get the killing spree. Scoobmeistr looking good.
Cannot sleep on Scoob. This guy was going crazy against Optic as well. Like you said, in the open bracket, instrumental to their success. And good patience here. This is a chess match that we're witnessing here. Neither team like really over-aggressing. They're not getting isolated. They're just playing their positioning. As soon as one team has like a shield advantage, that's where we usually typically see them spring into action. For now, it's a bit of a standoff.
They do have a spawn flip, though, so now all of Mindfreak towards the tower side. Majin Club is just going full Russian propaganda as they try to streak their way in and take over that trench warfare. The S7 newly awarded over to Barcode. They won't be able to win this duel. 2 big bullets. They aiming for the 360, but Sxptiq will slam them down.
One shot. Will the damage get followed up on? Mindfreak typically so good at following up on each other's damage, but Sxptiq with a very tricky spot. They think he's gone. Maybe expected him to have done the tower jump. They've completely lost track of him. He's just behind enemy lines. He could make a huge play here.
Trying to be able to back their way up. And even when they do so, all of that individual effort out of Sxptiq ends up with a slam downwards. So that will be 6 up right now for Mindfreak. What was a very close contest at the 35 mark has been an absolute lean in favor of the Aussies plus Kiwi.
They have gone on a spree of, I think, 6 kills without dying now. Completely flipping this game. It was previously so close and tied for a majority of it. But it's a massive lead into the end game from Mindfreak. And they get more snipers out of ammo, but it might not matter. 7-kill lead and only 5 to go for Mindfreak.
5 left. You can get trades. Majin Club knows that they have to hunt heads. BastosS is looking to be on the negative heel of this alongside zMightys, and that's not exactly great for the mental. So seeing what they can do, Sxptiq is hoping to track people down, especially from this tower side, but he is just chasing ghosts. He sees one man, but he's actually got another underneath him. He's going to go low shields, waiting just to find a target, but he's also going to have to hide behind columns.
I mean, the spot worked for him before. He was able to be undetected for a while, but can only use a hiding spot so many times before the enemies start to check it. But it's just been impossible for Majin to like work together. It feels like Mindfreak are catching them out and alone, and they're just 1 kill away from closing this one out.
Definitely what we've seen out of Majin Club a few different times. You have some value, but it comes up a little bit too late. A stick to end it out. Scoobmeistr knew to finish the job, so they do so here on live fire. Now that's a 2-up for Mindfreak, who, after I was saying that maybe they're a little bit too exhausted in a game 5 to stop the flow of the green wall, they're looking just fine.
They're looking just fine. I mean, what's interesting is these matches have been pretty close, though. I feel like Majin's not playing bad. It's just Mindfreak are coming with a different type of energy today, keeping each other alive. That teamwork is flowing. If you ever have a chance to listen to their listen-ins, like we did a lot yesterday in the open bracket, their comms are so clean and precise. They don't let anybody get through.
They're just chilling in there, honestly. They even commented at the end of their own series when they made it through or to the qualifier matchup. They're like, you know what? Good comms. A few extra expletives, but good comms.
Right. Now let's take a look here at how the pools are shaping up. So FaZe and Chop have already clearly won their pools, going undefeated. But Optic with that 2-1 because of the loss to Mindfreak gives Mindfreak the opportunity. And honestly, they seem favorites to win this pool, I would say. Able to make this happen?
It's kind of wild because we're seeing Complexity play slow into that Slayer. Meanwhile, Mindfreak and Majin, the M&M gang, is going into a CTF that already has Mindfreak with a pickup. They find the first cap, and that's like less than a minute 15.
They are looking so dominant. Mindfreak really might just win this pool, which is crazy. I can't remember the last time an open bracket team won the pool after making it an open. I want to say Akave might have done it once, but this is insane. Still a very early cap, by the way. We tuned in at 11 minutes with that cap already on the board, so they must have got overshield and both snipers, I would assume, off the rip.
Gotta.
And just put it right to work.
Because I can't imagine Majin Club being unwedged from at least a defensive or mid-ground standpoint without that existing. Going to be slammed a little bit with that commando rifle, so Majin Club is holding defense. Rather, they're doing so in Mindfreak territory, so they're trying to set those spawners sideways as they aim to hit this one over into the sewer side. They do have a pick and run here out of TchiK. They have their flag pulled out, so this is going to be a flag off, just depending on who's able to get it, but it does look like TchiK goes down, so they might be able to get this back. That means the cap is running the other direction.
Yeah, and I like that wryce is the one to return this flag. He has the OS. They know grenades are going to be on the way. He's able to withstand a little bit of extra damage, gets the return handily. That run was TchiK as the last player alive, so I think he was just trying to buy some time for the rest of Majin to come off spawn.
Oh.
But wryce missing some crucial shots. That might be what Majin need.
I've seen players do that before where they think the job is done, can turn away, and then they're like, oh, what? Hey, he's still alive? So, Majin Club and the gang, they do at least play kind of a defensive decoy. Oh, there goes the thrust. There's a bridge under his feet. Okay,
Wait,
it's fine.
Is that a real jump? Can you clamber that if you
I think you can.
thrust at it like that?
Yeah, depends on what they do with thrust mechanics and as well as trying to get your hands out. You know,
He barely missed it, so must be possible. I usually tell people don't just go the long way.
take the safe route.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't do that.
Swayz tried to take a shortcut, might have paid the price for it. Yes, he did fall. Scoob has a 9-minute sniper, but he drops it. It's not off the map. Another member of Mindfreak should be able to grab it, but not sure if Majin have their own. Meanwhile, in the picture-in-picture, Kave really putting on the pressure onto Complexity. Doubled up lead.
Wow. 16 kills ahead. Everyone running into Pink Street like there's a party going on, and Complexity is set to die,
Okay.
but they at least get one man as they run away from it. Akave just has basically the map to work with. They're playing off the perimeter. They're going to retreat over towards PD. So looks like this squad is just ready to delete Complexity from the entire competition. Meanwhile, another cap goes in. Mindfreak able to walk away. They have 2 up, and Majin Club is just 404. They're not found.
Man, I literally looked at the Akave match for a minute and missed how Mindfreak even captured that. TchiK has the sniper, seeing if he can change the storyline. Oh!
Goodness.
Seeing shades of what I talked about on live fire there. Nice quick scope for the double.
Uh-oh.
Interesting that he takes this route. There's going to be people spawning at the top of this ramp. TchiK apparently didn't care, gets a body shot, but has to back down.
I don't mind the idea of that, because if he knows that the spawns are coming through from there, maybe stagger them to allow everyone else to press up from the other side of bridge, see if you'll be able to get some of that immediate pressure flank. TchiK is caught here in the sewer. He gets one man down. A stick, maybe? Oh no, that's actually with the dynamo grenade, so he's able to put some extra spread damage. Again, that's only a 10-kill lead for Akave. Love the PNP, by the way. Be able to see both these at the same time is busy. So nice.
Yeah, I mean, these are two matches that might end the series right before our eyes. One of them definitely will. Complexity have done a good job to make this a 10-kill game, previously down by 16. They got to do a lot more of that if they're going to stop Akave from punching their ticket into the bracket. Leor has the camo, and Complexity just don't have any room to work with. It's a double for Leor, getting one step closer to the finish line.
Hitting 41st is Akave. Hitting that lower bracket. It was a reminder that they got some work to do to showcase here for Mexico and get that region into the bracket. And we may have all the regions showing up. Complexity see themselves on the outside looking in. It's window dress shopping. It's a 2-up right now with Mindfreak over Majin Club. And they have a chance to position themselves to go up to 3-0. Majin Club just trying to run the roost, get rid of some Mindfreak. But yeah, both these games are slowly inching closer to finish.
I was watching the Leor predictionary grenade. He threw the grenade exactly where he knew that Complexity member would try to curbside away. Says, no, you shall not escape from my grasp. Awkward fight breaking out on the right side of your screen for Mindfreak. Right now, they're content to play the clock. We're approaching the 6-minute mark in that Forbidden game, which is the most important minute of the game. That's where both the Overshield and both snipers spawn, so it's going to be a crucial one to win.
It's also a reminder that with the 2-0 that Mindfreak has gained, it takes forever to be able to get some of these big caps. You see it in the first minute 15 and less, but Majin Club, they've been able to sniff the flag all at once, and that was just an answer for whenever theirs was getting taken. You get a back tap, you get an OS, and maybe the third flag to finish it off here. Mindfreak prepping themselves up for a 3-0, and Akave, they are 3 away with Red Gun from getting rid of Complexity and at least making the bracket.
Complexity will have to earn their way to Worlds through the last chance qualifier play-in, because Akave had done it. They close out Game 5. It wasn't even that close, let's be real. 50-39, ultimately the score. Let's focus back into Mindfreak versus Majin. Mindfreak on a generational run. Made it out of the open bracket last night and might just claim first place in this group.
BastosS trying to be able to finish off one. They've gotten the counter pull. They have to go and get their flag, as they at least got Mindfreaks off the steeple. But the chase is on, and Majin Club, they get 3 down against the Aussies. Is the key. We will be trying to guide them along the way. Can they get some extra damage? Sxptiq hoping to hold still. TchiK has them from top quarter. And now it's up to wryce to be able to stop this one. Hoping for the first cap. Majin Club just needs to turn it in.
Okay, signs of life coming in from Majin. Down 2-0 in the series, and we're 2-0 in this game. But just like that, they could easily turn this into a double cap. There's 3 dead again. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Flag's going to be up the ramp, it looks like, and Sxptiq's trying to deal with the spawners.
Sxptiq has not left this mid to upper lurch of the map, really been staying on to red territory against Mindfreak. He's going to have to face off a 1v2, and when you get the carbine screeching at you, eventually you will fall. They tried for an immediate pull, seeing what they could be able to get right back to the steeple, because they had a chance to go 2-2 very, very swiftly, and all the defense shows up here for Mindfreak. Can Majin Club get back, or will it be a goal line stand?
Oh, Scoob just overextends there and dies basically for free. This should be a cap, as they do tie things up, and Mindfreak have to be sweating. They did get the new OS because of this cap, so they were able to get one thing, but the OS is already burned off.
Oh, and it's down. So now you get a chance from especially this bridge. Everything goes a bit neutral. Splash damage won't matter. But even with Mindfreaks succeeding that most recent cap, they have definitely been on their toes, forcing Majin Club to be in the back of their base. If they can be able to escape some of these corners, maybe they'll be able to take on Mindfreak. But Mindfreak is right around the corner from being able to pull his flag.
They're all in perfect positions to run a perfect flag run. By the way, they've got the snipe side, they've got the top ramp, they've got Scoobmeistr in perfect position to run the flag. All the stars are aligning. All they have to do is take care of the spawners. Swayz finds one, Barcode finds another, and I think that's the game.
And they get up to top bridge. I don't think so. You see 2 kills go down on the kill feed. That is open and clear, and that is a 3-0. Mindfreak will be 2-0 in group stage. They're going to be 1 series away from trying to be perfect and going to the top of the bracket.